No, I don't think I'll be doing long food vids anymore. I have to see how many views it was, if it was worth it. For this particular legend, this alias that you guys know, this is what I had for birthday. This is essentially half conventional chili and half slow cooked baby back ribs. And I'll get a better shot for you. Mess with the color a little. Yeah, here's a chunk of the ribs. It's about 50-50. You know, I didn't take breakfast pictures, just. I'm not done yet either. I'll have one more meal and possibly a snack, but this was a large bowl. This is probably a full pound of this. Actually, probably a pound and a half. Okay, next, what I had. This is from my place. This is chicken lo mein and a shrimp roll. Due to the angle, this bowl looks small, but yeah, this is a weird perspective. This is bigger and deeper than it looks here. Did you have a birthday cake? Yes, I did. Hold on. This is dark chocolate, mousse mixed with ganache, and this is a triple dark, very dark chocolate, 72% ganache, a little, I don't know, drizzle. This is a soft, very chocolatey cookie. This layer is cake with chocolate chips in it, but it tastes exactly like a chocolate chip cookie, but it's a cake. I've never had anything like that before, and it was surprisingly delicious. I'm going to skip this one. This is traditional black moist cake. I will say one of the better, if not the best I ever had. Sometimes you get chocolate cake and it's just, if your eyes were closed, you don't know what flavor it is. Sometimes it's dry or very spongy. This was moist, deeply chocolatey, almost like eating dark chocolate ice cream or just popping dark chocolate chips in your mouth that are moist. And now the star of the show. Ooh, 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 can you do a close up? Okay. All right. This is chocolate chip cookie dough mousse. That's very thick. There is just chocolate chips in here. Can you see it again? Yeah, you can see it again. And there's chunks. This is a thick piece. And somebody's asking how many. Each chunk was about the size of a six-sided, regulation casino die. Uh, and little chocolate chips. The mousse part was chocolate chip cookie dough. Listen, everybody has different tastes. Look, there's people. I know a crazy girl that likes Brussels sprouts. I know another name I won't mention really. Itzel in Boz. She eats cow stomach soup and likes it and goes, it's delicious. Itzel. Don't ask her about it. don't message Itzel in team chat, map chat, guild chat, or anywhere. Don't ask Itzel. Don't tell her that Fast Car mentioned it. For me, and I've never had this before. Oh my god. This is unbelievable. When I had it, it was chilled. I suppose if you left it on a counter, it would get a little bit more whipped creamy texture. This was closer to whip, not in taste, but in texture when it was cold, chilled-ish. It was closer to like whipped cream cheese. There's maybe a little firmer, maybe closer to not whipped. From 1 to 10 on the fast car taste-o-meter, this shit was oh my god, a 900. This was ridiculous how good this was. But I gotta, if they sold, I don't really eat sweets. I would eat this. Oh, and I would go way overboard. This shit up here, which I wish was thicker, like this. This mousse fudge. Oh god. This, the women won't understand, but for the men, both of these actually are as good as virgin pussy. Did he just say that? Yes, because I speak my mind. I'm not a pussy. To die for. If they sold this in a container, I would eat this by the spoonful until I went into a diabetic coma and passed out. I how did let me read this whole. So I was going to say woman. You never know these days, really. I'm assuming this woman said, I like to eat my stuff in layers. I know that sounds weird. Did you... Wait, did you just push the fork down? Oh, you're asking, did I just either turn the fork sideways or just stab it straight down and get... No, I actually... something like this, I eat in layers also. Yeah, so I first... do you really want to know? Should I waste a... I ate the cookie, which was delicious. I like soft cookies. I'm not in the... My mother liked hard... Is the word crunchy, crispy chocolate chip cookies? My mouth is watering looking at this picture. And I just ate it. I like soft, bendy chocolate chip cookies. I don't like them crispy and hard. I guess if I had to eat it, she liked them almost burnt on purpose, and she was an amazing cook. Anyway, this was ultra soft and gooey, whatever that is called. I guess there. Okay. I ate the cookie, and then I actually tried these two layers together. I actually first sneaked a little bit of this, and my head almost popped off. I ate a little corner with both, which was delicious, and then I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my fork between these, you asked, between these two layers, and I folded it, and folded it, and folded it, and folded it, so it was twice as thick, but it left, this much cake. So I ate just the cake, and as careful as I was, a tiny little bit of this stuck on the cake, and it was fantastic. I thought life doesn't get any better than this. Keep in mind, I don't eat cake. So for me, this is a real treat. So I ate, without the frosting or whatever top layer. Then I ate it with double thick top layer, which I think is how it should have come, if not 4 times thick. Am I being greedy? And it was, it was a sexual experience. It was so good. So I finished all this off. And then I sneaked just a little bit of this chocolate cake and went, that's probably the best chocolate cake I ever had. But it isn't this. If from 1 to 10, this is a 900, this was, they're not on the same scale. But 1 to 10, it was still a 300. So I ate all of this next, and a little bit of this came with it. It was to die for, and then I worked on this. Now, there was a little surprise with my birthday cake. Let's call it the fast car version. You see, this version is what everybody gets. right? But I told him I need a gangster piece, special just for me. Just a double serving, because I guess normally people eat half, they're not hogs. And if this was years ago, I probably would have eaten half for this entire. And this sucker's long, like 2 feet. You guys don't want to say the piece that's too much, that's over the top. It's one whatever. What's one past ridiculous, right? Like you would have wild, crazy, ridiculous. What comes after ridiculous? I'll tell you what. Redonkulous. You want it? Boom! Redonkulous. Oh man. I can. Yeah, I can. I don't know what that was. So she's asking what is the almond color? I wouldn't call that almond amber. Is that what you meant? Uh, it's not cookie dough chunks. I'm not I really didn't notice it until you did. Wait, let me look at this. Can I? I think it was caramel. As much as I would like more pieces, I'm not going to have it now, but I am definitely going to investigate that. What is. Is that too light to be caramel? Question mark? I'm not sure. I think that's too much chocolate chip cookie dough icing. Here's my retort to you. No! No, it wasn't. Oh, it was unbelievable. Yeah, I nibbled a little on this at first. Yeah, just wonderful. If you, I want to end this real quick. Uh, if you watch my food vids, I only show usually my uh, out of the ordinary stuff. Like, you ate that, or, you know, most of what I eat is boring for nutrients. Like 90%. If I average the whole year, 90% of what I eat, or 95, is boring for certain macros, vitamins, minerals, and that's it. I'd have to think hard. I'm not sure I had cake in the last year or year and a half. Uh, you know what? I did. I did have some cheesecake. But this is not a regular thing for me. I can only explain. Yes, I have an answer. My answer is I enjoyed this at a level that you couldn't. Because I don't get it all the time. I don't know. I'm going to zoom in. I don't think that's the cookie dough. It's just way too amber or golden. I don't know if it's no, it's not, because this up here is the color of the cookie dough. And oh, you can't see off the screen. Yeah, over here, I don't know what that is. Huh. Anyway, yes, I enjoyed it on a level that your human Homo sapiens sapiens system uh, could not enjoy it. Yeah, one question. I really want to end this. You like the food videos. The last one was long, like 3 hours or something. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. It's a shame because since I made the last one, you missed out on a lots of food. A whole lot of good stuff. Uh, oh, I don't count calories. I have a good idea from years of powerlifting and bodybuilding and, being an in shape dude. But no. But, I don't eat like this every day I don't even have cheat days. Like, oh, every Sunday I'll have people call it a cheat day. I'll eat a whole pizza and buckets of chicken or whatever it is they eat. I have like a cheat one day a year, really. And it's not even a whole day, it's usually one meal. So I have no idea how many calories what's it, nor do I care. I'm not worried about one meal. No, I'm not stuffed. I'm at half. I don't even think I'm in no way stuffed. I never eat all that I can ever, or not as an adult. When I was a kid, there was more than one buffet that tried to kick my friends and I out for eating way too much. You've been here for an hour. You ate $500 of food. Okay. 1 to 10, you're sure that's a 900? 100%. All right. Maybe. I don't know. How many people are here? 47. Let me see what people say. This is from my place. This is a small, but still quite big and heavy gyro or shawarma. Some weird places call it, I don't even know how you say it. Is it French? Doner? Doner? Donair? Anybody know to say that? Yeah. And standard cheese fries that are delicious. So I haven't had these for a little while since we started experimenting with them until we got it exactly how we wanted them. This particular one, I have a couple pictures that look similar, but this is many hours smoked baby back ribs. This is literally fall off the bone. The reason you see no meat here is just while transferring it to the plate, huge hunks of meat fell off, which I popped in my mouth. But these are ultra tender, not over spiced. The meat is the star of the show. Some people put a dry rub that's a 1/4 inch thick, and then super ultra spicy this and that sauce, and you don't taste meat flavor. You just taste sauce and paprika and brown sugar. The meat is the star of the show, so this is a very mellow sauce. You could see that's, a lot of people, unless it was a dry rub, this whole plate would be full. This is baby spinach with some herbs and probably this little bowl, 4 garlics in it. Whole garlics. Yes, this was the last treat I had, which there was an event. So, this is actually not very much. This is probably, not even a cup. Half or 3/4 of a cup. And these are 64% dark chocolate chips. While this looks, you can't see it here. Let me rewind just a second. I generally prefer vanilla-based ice creams with stuff in it, which I won't go into, but various things like Turkey Hill Tin Roof. Oh my God. Um, there's some other ones that I like. But anyway, generally, I prefer vanilla-based, chocolate chip cookie dough, dulce de leche. But the amount of times I eat ice cream in a year is, I can count on less than the fingers on one hand. This is triple dark chocolate ice cream. I don't know the name of it. If Chef Jim was here, I would. Jim, are you in your kitchen? Oh, I think he's in lab 3 or 4. This is ultra dark. This is not generic like milk chocolate ice cream. This has very deep flavor. Now, what you can't see, not in this picture, they have taken dark chocolate ganache. Obviously, it's frozen. And they looks like they, or it seems like they made a tray of it and then smashed it down or hit it with a hammer until there was little shards like icicles that are mixed in here. So you really can't see it in this picture, but all in here. And it's not, they weren't cheap. Like even this much probably has 8 or 10 little shards in it, or maybe even more. So as you're getting this, this is dark chocolate chips, I think 64% cacao, Ghirardelli. These are delicious to die for. But the things they put in here is something, it's not just little pieces of this. Whatever the fuck they make the little, it's to Turkey Hill. It's to die for. If you like chocolate, it's like a frozen dark chocolate ganache fudge all through. If you took, see how big the spoon is? If you popped a spoonful or half in your mouth, or like this whole little ice cream berg right here, you would have, 150 of the little shards. This ice cream is to die for. If I didn't have control, I would eat a half a gallon every day, or a gallon of this. It's all of that. Too bad Chef isn't here. He'd know the name of this. But you'll know if you find Turkey Hill ice cream, somehow in the name, or there's usually a description on the box, dark chocolate ice cream with little shards of chocolate. You'll know, I think this is one, I can't tell if that's a little crevasse or a little shard. I think it is just a little crevasse. But it'll say on the box clearly that there's little shards of dark chocolate. This is to die for. Probably thinking quickly, I don't know if I could say it's my absolute favorite, but it's a top 3 for sure. Turkey, is it Turkey Hill? My mom, when she was still alive, liked this ice cream. It came out only 1 or 2 years before she died, and it was essentially this. It was called like New Jersey winter pothole ice cream. I could Google it, but I don't want to. But it was called something just like that. I think it was Friendly's, maybe Turkey Hill. I remember the box, but it was pothole. I don't know why. And it was similar to this, but it also, at least the last version, also had like ribbons of fudge in it and little, God, this girl named Jessica, something that she called crunchies, which was, it looks like it's in ice cream, sometimes cake. It's black or super dark brown. It almost looks like coffee grinds. I don't know if it's like ground up Oreo, except it tastes better than that. I only know it as chocolate, that wasn't a giggle, chocolate crunchies. But the final version, they had modified it. There was 2. That was good. That might be my number 1. If I made a top 5, probably the rest were vanilla things. All right, spend too much time on this. This was a classic beanless chili, which is basically hunks of very high level meat, which I've spoken of before, with no antibiotics, no steroids, grass fed from a ranch. This is very high level meat. Um, or it may have been from the Kobe beef Wagyu. I don't remember. And instead of beans, there's potatoes in here. This was delicious. I liked it a lot. So at our restaurant, we sell as a lunch special. I may have pictures of it or not. Fish lunch. It's a fillet of fluke or flounder normally on a bigger bun than this, like what some people would call a Portuguese roll. And it's your standard fried real fish with tartar, a tomato, and a little lettuce. And it's delicious. And I'm like, man, I wish we had something at home. Uh, so these, which look like fish sticks, and I guess technically they are, these are cod, big chunks of solid cod. And instead of whatever breading normal cheap Gorton's fish sticks are made of, this is actually dried chickpeas, garbanzo beans. I eat a chicken nugget and chicken tendies with this also. Also, per weight, it's it's about 60% less coating than normal fish sticks. If you get cheap normal fish sticks, it's half or 80% bread with a little bit of God knows what fish. This is mostly fish, and it's not technically breaded. It's chickpea dried. The advantage is it's almost no carbs at all. It's high fiber, protein, and nutrient. It gets just as crispy or crunchy with almost no carbs. In fact, 8 of them are only about 3 carbs, which is crazy because if you were blindfolded and ate these, you'd go, oh, this tastes, like a European style thick fish with the coating, a breading. Maybe not beer batter because it doesn't taste like beer. But yeah, these are low carb, high fish. James made homemade mayo and, whatever, a relish and mixed it together for a homemade tartar. Yeah, I can. Um, yeah, we were testing a new toaster and it got slightly more cooked than we would have expected, but it wasn't to the point where it tasted weird, which was very fortunate. All of the batches I had after this didn't have it, but and this is typical. You can't see cheese on the bottom, but there's cheese on the top and bottom. It's a particular deli yellow American that I like. It's not like Kraft singles. I don't know if any of you are foodie enough, but there's a big difference between a Kraft or a generic American singles wrapped individually in plastic and a good deli yellow American. There's a taste and a texture difference. So this is a deli. This isn't something I would normally eat, but this was caramel apple strudel, yeah, with sugar on it. And this is Kerrygold butter because I was trying to jack up the fat, and I really liked the taste. This was warm. This got a little melty in seconds after I took this picture. These are bigger than you think. This was a good amount of fish between a good amount. As good as McDonald's? No, definitely better than McDonald's by a lot. These are fucking delicious. Okay. This is my friend Itzel. I don't want to show any important info. And showing me her dull ass life. Hi, Itzel. just because it's here. This is what Itzel ate. Some kind of steak and veggies. Hi, Itzel. This, if I'm not mistaken, was crab and lobster and maybe shrimp bisque. But it's hard to tell from this pic, so I backed the camera up a little. This represents the true color. This is bisque. This is very thick. This is not watery at all. It's hard to tell from the picture, but this isn't noodles. That's all seafood in here. It was fucking delicious. I'm a fan of bisque. Fish sandwich. This is, I had already eaten one. I remember this picture. This is when we were trying out how much tartar sauce is the right amount of tartar sauce. So this is one of the fish sandwiches like from before. You could see how cheesy it is. Just good. We fucking love them. Just delicious. Compare it. Oh, numerically one. If these are a 10 and they are a McDonald's, if it was fresh, is a 5. These are significantly better, and fish just better. just better. Have you tried the McDonald's new burger? No. How about Burger King? No. I haven't. Go on. Yeah, ask me that when I shut this off. I haven't had McDonald's or Burger King in, I don't, long, no, over a year. Way over. I have a chef, so I just, we have at my place a meatball sandwich, which is to die for. Also a very good price. It's on a roll. It's big. It's heavy. You get it and fries for $8. Anywhere else you would pay $13 to $16. So there's meatballs under there. You can't really see it in this pic too good. On top, that is fresh, real mozzarella cheese. Not this string cheese, waxy, rubbery. Real old Italian woman made it. The sandwich was piping hot. It didn't melt as much as expected in the salamander. If you don't know what it is, look it up. However, the residual heat from the meatballs and the sauce and the roll melted that into gooey, I don't know, 30 seconds or a minute after the picture was taken. This is a 10 for a meatball parm. Tremendously good. This is a breakfast sandwich. There was, I think, 3 of them this day. Double egg deli cheese Thomas's English muffin toasted with butter, and this particular one has a piece or two of Spam. Sometimes it's what we call in New Jersey pork roll. That's rare for me. Sometimes it's bacon, and sometimes it's Spam and bacon, just whatever chef decides. This is a fish sandwich again with the homemade tartar, except no cheese. This, I think, was the first time I had it, and I said, man, 1 to 10, this is a 9, and I think cheese would set it off. So all after this had cheese. This is something very typical that we have 4 or 5 times a week. This is not a great angle, and this is more than you think, but this is a salad. Chickpeas, carrots, celery, there's tomatoes on the bottom. This particular one had hard-boiled eggs. Sometimes it's chicken, sometimes it's crab. It might be ribs, believe it or not. There's also white, of course, mozzarella, homemade cheese. Again, this is not the shit from the store that's waxy and flavorless. This is the real shit. Tomatoes, cucumbers. I know there's something else I'm missing, but we have this often. This is way bigger than this picture would suggest. Here's a close up that many chumps would say Fazcar loves close pictures. This one has cherry tomatoes. Sometimes they're just cut, but this is really good. Is that blue cheese? No, this is ranch that I like. Here's a slightly better angle of it. This is a very, very, very large bowl. Even this picture doesn't do this bowl justice. This is huge. But salads like this, high nutrient vegetables and beans, this is common. Usually, I don't know if I mentioned it yet, as I've done this over a few days and splice this together. I don't normally put boring stuff, just out of the ordinary things for me. I post a lot of times, but this is a staple. Here's another one with some crab or something. I forget what was in this. The good stuff is on the bottom, and it's covered by ranch and, yeah, I think it's ranch in this case. This picture is the best blueberries on planet Earth. I don't care if you're a blueberry farmer. I don't care if you eat blueberry pies. If you love blueberries, if you get raw, organic, if your mama picked them, these are a different variety from most likely any blueberry you have ever eaten in your life. It's a different species that's rare. These are sold at Costco for something like $9 for a huge bag. It's like Kirkland organic blueberries. It's not in a little cardboard or plastic tin. It's in a bag. And these are the best whatever you think blueberries taste like, this is not these. Sometimes they're a little acidy. They're a little sour. Sometimes there's not a tremendous blueberry taste. These are the juiciest, sweetest these are like candy. If you tasted these out of but you just gotta let them defrost or you warm them up. These don't taste like other frozen blueberries. I've had every kind on planet Earth in my life. Nothing. This tastes like juicy blueberries on steroids that were soaked in sugar for a week, but they weren't. It's a different species of blueberry than any of you have ever had. I'm going to say that factually. If you don't believe me, you can always return them. Go to Costco if you like blueberries and get the Kirkland organic bag. It's a couple of pounds. And I think it's $9. This is better than most desserts. It's better than most candy. That's how good these are. This looks weird because how they're arranged. These are Chinese dumplings from our place, steamed, and the best I've ever had ever. These are absolutely to die for. And there is a little bit of ginger and garlic. This has something called hoisin sauce. I'm still not exactly sure what it is. These are the best dumplings I've ever had. I've been to a million Chinese places in my life around the country and out of the country. These are the best I've ever had by far. Period. This is more seafood bisque. That's unbelievable and ridiculously just wonderful. Super good. Yeah. This is, I don't know if I would call it a soup. There's a tiny bit of buttery broth on the bottom and some diced potatoes. This is huge, thick pieces of cod that Chef Jim perfectly cooked because he makes everything perfect. And it's not soup per se. It's cod with potatoes with almost like a brothy, buttery gravy or sauce on top of it. It's not like I spooned out the juice or drank it over the lip of the bowl. This is exactly how it came. This was fucking fantastic. Jim, do you remember that cod that you made us recently? With potatoes? I'm showing people the pictures of it right now. It came out more than good. It was, if you're a fish person, it was super fresh and just to die for. Perfectly cooked. This is fried shrimps. That's not true. Well, I guess it is. Air fried shrimps. This is not tartar. What's this one? Cocktail sauce. And this is bacon, tomato, macaroni, and cheese. That is oh so good. A lot of this stuff you're seeing, I would eat like at reset as my night snack. If those who have grouped with me would see me type in team chat like fast car snack of the night, and these are a lot of times things that I'm eating. So I saw on a TV show someone was eating, I would call it hot dogs and beans. They called it Franks and beans. They essentially microwaved or boiled some hot dogs, cut it up, and put it in beans. There's really no nutrition in hot dogs, even the good ones like Dietz's and Hebrew National, which are higher level than whatever you people eat. But they're still hot dogs. But I like the sauce if it's not super sweet. I like this ultra soft bean. I just like these beans a lot. And I was craving them, and Jim said, we have leftover these delicious smoked ribs. I'll give you the best pork and beans ever. So this is delicious, slow cooked, perfect, delicious ribs mixed in with these beans for the ultimate pork and beans. Oh man, it was comforting and to die for both. I just ate very recently and had cake, and I'm kind of drooling remembering how good this was. This is another salad. It hasn't been mixed, so it looks like it's dressed a lot. These were ultra ripe, fast tomatoes. You can see by the color. I can't zoom over there the way this is working. But these are not white with hard spots. These are the day they are perfectly flavored and ripe, juicy, actual tomato flavor. And there's other various veggies in here. This is again slow cooked ribs to die for with some of those delicious beans I talked about a couple minutes ago. This was a super treat. This isn't as much as it looks like. It's kind of on a very shallow, it doesn't matter. This is called Rocky Road ice cream. And to manipulate the sugar levels and jack up, which I always think about, I put some pistachios in it for a nutrition boost. And let me tell you, people, I'm surprised. I was going to say no one makes this, but maybe they do. That you can't buy chocolate pistachios because damn, it's good. Do you know what Dubai chocolate is? Not exactly, but I know it's becoming popular, and I hear people or I see on YouTube, but I'm no. It's chocolate really? Yeah, I don't really know anything about it, but man, that combo of properly lightly salted pistachios and chocolate In this case, just, ice cream melties is to die for. Yeah. This is from our pizza place. This is sausage, mushrooms, peppers. I think we had a super special guest over named High Voltage, and that's why we had pizza that day. This is a bowl of chili. Um, no, not Texas style. They do chili a little different. Well, some chili in Texas, different than everywhere else. It's like a paste that looks like dog food, and it doesn't have beans. This was a little hotter than I was ready for, and I remember it overloading fast car and me kind of yelling, "Come on now! It's overheating me now!" It was hot. This, if I talked about it, is a cheesecake that I had. That, as far as better than Cheesecake Factory, I would have liked it if it was chocolate. But for a classic cheesecake, this was as good as it got. Graham cracker bottom, the little, I don't know with this. It's not quite whipped cream. It's like a frosting. But this was really good. This was for some occasion. This is the world's greatest chicken tendies. They're cut up in small pieces. If I talked earlier, again, I've made this over several days and it's being spliced. I don't remember what I said. This is not coated with breading. This is a chickpea coating that tastes just like breading. It gets crunchy. It's delicious. It doesn't taste like beans, but it's a lot of nutrients and very low carb. Rather than ranch or whatever, buffalo, whatever people do, I thought I would try it in thick, fresh sour cream and was very surprised how good that is as a dunk. I like sour cream a lot, so it was really good. Normally, my chili has sour cream on it, although when I've shown it today, I don't know why there was none on it. But normally, I always have sour cream. But this is really good. Of course, sour cream has virtually no carbs, and all of these tendies, and there was more. I ate some. It was probably 4 grams of carbs, which is basically all fiber. This was really tasty. This was definitely a Sunday morning breakfast. Um, so this sausage here is very special sausage. It's very high quality. It's meatier with no byproducts or junk that's in most sausage. No hard spots, bones, gristly fat lumps, or coriander seeds. This is just thick, dense, really ground, delicious meat. And Chef Jim cooks this sometimes for like 4 hours. And there's no snap to the outside. Now, I know some people like a hot dog or a sausage where it's hard to bite, or I don't want to say crunchy. It has like a snap. Neither one of us like that snap. So these are cooked. This is so soft. If you took your trigger finger and thumb and grabbed it lightly, it would just go like it was liverwurst or Braunschweigen, that people that are not German mistake for liverwurst. Anyway, there's chunks of sausage. There's some scrambled in the eggs. He made like a classic hash brown, which were crispy outside and, yummy inside. As you could see, this is very meaty. There's a lot of sausage in here. Cooked in real butter. This was super good. This is the same sausage, except we had this more of a. This was the star of a show, and we had a more classic baked beans, which usually we have meat in, but we had so much meat we didn't need it. And this is what black people call greens, or collard greens. Usually we have spinach, but I remember this particular time I like baby spinach and regular better than collard greens, personally. People that like this usually like Brussels sprouts. And no, fast cat, they're not delicious. Anyway, this was that same sausage. You can't tell from looking at it, but this is soft. If I took my pinky finger and just touched this lightly, it would go and collapse into almost like a paste. This is ultra tender, pure, dense meat that's super tenderized. This was really good for looking kind of like a regular thing. The taste was unbelievable. I think this is from Itzel from Boz. She was eating the middle out of. Anybody remember what you call like those Chinese apples? They have a weird name. I don't eat them because they're silly, and it's so much work. Like to eat. They're not seeds. They're like little. I don't know what you. I'm sure there's a term. Oh, pomegranate. Yeah, this is from a pomegranate. This just happened to be on my Discord, but this is not mine. This is from Itzel. I can't say they're not as sweet as a good orange or Costco only blueberries or even an apple. It doesn't surprise me that she liked these. They remind me kind of a similar thing to cranberries or cranberry sauce or wine. A certain dryness or mouthfeel that you get from these, so it doesn't surprise me that an old alky like Itzel likes these. Allegedly, there is some health benefits. They just, I don't know, they don't do anything for me, personally. All right. This was a typical chili with kidney beans and some baby spinach. This is just to get my protein and fiber in, and collagen, plus, all the good stuff about baby spinach. But it tasted good as well. This is buttery. This is a half-eaten gyro from my place that has fries with it for $8. I say half eaten. They come so full. They only close because who's ever at the counter holds them down against their will and wraps it. But when you unwrap it, they go flat. It just can't hold a roundy or cone shape. So just so I could eat it normally, I pulled out probably 3 or 4 of the meats that go the whole length. Probably, just guessing, 2 times as much tomato as you see. Probably a handful of lettuce. I don't like onions on mine. So, this is like half. This is like what's left. And even then, this was difficult to close. In fact, like this lip here, this vagina lip, and this one didn't even touch. It just kind of went into a U shape with a gap about this big. But the gyros are delicious. Yeah, $8 with fries. It's a good deal. These, is that sour cream or real? No, this is real Greek tzatziki sauce. We got, the recipe from Real Greeks. It takes a while to make. It's Greek yogurt and, believe it or not, cucumbers, and it's kind of a process. But this one is very thick and delicious. Do you have chicken? Yeah, you can get it with chicken, but that's very rare. Mostly everybody gets it like this. Okay. Oh, another one from my friend Itzel. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't remember. This is avocado. This is like pita or not. What do they call nacho chips? Isn't there a name for them? Like when they're plain? Tortilla. Oh, maybe. I don't know what the fuck this is, Itzel. This looks like egg? But how do you... I don't know what the fuck this is. This looks like vomit. I'm not sure what this is. But, she's not really American, so. I'm going to tell you this discussion. This is also from Itzel. Fast car. Let me use her voice. She's real whiny. Shout out to Itzel. Real whiny. Fast car. That's how she talks. Rather than get regular nuts from the store, a bag this size is a. That's it. So, rather than get a regular bag from the store this size, that's $1.50. I got these Chinesey peanuts that are $37 a bag. That's you, Itzel. She's so weird. Microphone? In this picture? Am I. This? This is a lint roller. You think it's not a sex toy, I promise you. She has two jungle cats that are 6 foot long. I don't know what the fuck they are. And I'm sure that they're, I don't know, is it fur or hair? They're not house cats. Some kind of wild, I don't know, Mexican jaguar. I don't know, just two of them. Named Fast Cat and Princess Leia or something. My name is Itzel. I'm in pause. Okay, let's continue. This is, and I'm not going to make this long, although I could. Some of you won't get it, and that's fine. This is the world's greatest pea soup, period. Split pea with potatoes and ham. This particular batch had a 5-pound ham that he cut for quite a while into small pieces and cooked and then braised. This was to die for. I know someone's going, it looks like diarrhea. I never had real pea soup. To die for. Unbelievably good. Super, super, super thick. Yummy. I'm drooling. Another one Itzel must have sent me. This is some kind of Mexican thing. Okay, this is beans. This rice looks good. I'm gonna assume it's puffy. I don't know if she bought this or I don't think she made this, quite honestly. This looks like it might have adobo, or what is it called? That Mexican sazon? I'm assuming, but I'm not sure. So beans and rice, I don't know what the fuck this is. Is this meat? Is it jalapenos? Is it. I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck this is. Ooh, I had to think about this one for a second. There was an event going on here at the lab. Some big shot colonel or somebody was here. I don't remember. This is. I don't know the exact name of it because I'm not Jewish and I don't speak Jewanese, Hebrew. This is like chicken matzo ball soup, but it's a stew, and there's just enough liquid to make this wet, but it's not like a soup. It just looks like this. But there's matzo balls and chicken and egg, and it has you would immediately know if you've had matzo ball soup, you would know the flavor. This is just a heartier, non-soup version of that, but it's not dry. There's a little bit of liquid, and it, of course, is sucked up by the various things, mostly the matzah. Some of them are intact balls, but some of them kind of shred apart and hold liquid all throughout. This is delicious. Yeah, so there was an event going on, and we had 3 kinds of cookies. These are all soft and to die for. Is it as good? No, it's better than those cookies. This is chocolate dark chunk. This is oatmeal cinnamon raisin, and this is white chocolate macadamia nut. And this is a fast orange, type 1, but it's not the fast Mato orange. For those of you that know what that is, that I came up with. Okay. This picture is from Itzel, who's Mexican, and this is Mexican. Let me, before I continue, Itzel is the pickiest non-child I have ever heard of in my life. No matter what food you show her, hundreds of things, she's like, I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't. She does not eat 98% of stuff because she doesn't like it. But she eats cow stomach dumpster soup and says it's fucking to die for. Loves it. I hope you're watching this, Itzel. This is, man, I eat a lot of stuff. Itzel, what were you thinking? Never send me another picture of cow stomach soup. Please, Itzel. Please. I have no idea why this is here and what the fuck it is. This is that stew again, the Jewish matzo ball, but it also has some noodles in it and a little bit more liquid. I had asked, these are out of order, I had asked them to kind of hybrid it. And, it kind of just looks plain. This is rotisserie, slow-cooked chicken. But just a wonder, this is really delicious and comforting in the same way that there's collagen in here, that like really good mac and cheese. There's just, if you look at it, you go, oh, that looks boring. And then you put it in your mouth like my dick and go, oh, this is really good. Is your dick really good? Yes, it's a fact. Anyway, this was fucking delicious. I remember this batch. Really good. This was a late night snack, probably around reset night. This is those Costco, if you saw the beginning, blueberries. Again, there is no other blueberry. I don't care if you got organic, if you paid $9 a pound or $30 a pound. They do not taste like these blueberries. All I can tell you is trust me. Go to Costco and try their blueberries. If I can think of it, I'll throw a picture in. These are ridiculously blueberry flavored, juicy, plump, and sweet like candy, or like they've been soaked in sugar. Yet, they're not high in sugar and a low glycemic index load, for those that know what it means. These are a top 10 fast car superfood. Should you eat these? Yes, as often as possible. These and my list of top 10 or 20 superfoods is very well thought out and scientifically based. But anyway, only don't say, "Oh, I went to Whole Foods and got their best blue." No. Don't say I went to Wegmans and no, not Publix. Not wherever the fuck you shop. They are not the same species of blueberries, I promise you. These ones from Costco are different. And they are absolutely to die for. Fact. This is the chicken tenders again. And it... Oh, that's not right. This is world's greatest Hulk smashed Chef Jim pork chops that are slow cooked. They're coated in a cheesy garbanzo bean chickpea coating, almost no carb, high fiber, high nutrient, a little bit cheesy, cheddar and Gouda from Holland, the Netherlands. These are tender like no pork chop you've ever had, like baby food. I don't know. Unbelievable how good these are. These are from a farm we know, or is it still called a ranch if it's pigs? Anyway, a guy we know in Texas that has non-steroid, non-hormone, grass fed and the bugs and stuff that comes with it. Very high quality pork. And this is to die for. This is baby spinach with Kerrygold butter. Delicious. This is clearly from Itzel. I don't know if this is a Mexican thing. Clearly beans with some kind of herbs or something in there. I don't know if this is somebody got a sex change or trans and this is penis. Oh, you think it's hot dogs? I'm not sure if this is penis or hot dogs. Some kind of egg? I don't know. Maybe there's a name for this in Mexico. I'm not sure. It's probably all right. I remember this. There was two of these. Thomas's English muffin, toasted, even though it doesn't look like it, and buttered. It had 3 eggs that were the yolk wasn't popped, and it was soft. There was cheese, which totally melted after about 30 seconds. This had so he breaks the bacon in half, otherwise it'd be hanging off. And there's multi layers of bacon on here. It was probably 4 or 6 pieces of bacon, and then there was bacon all the way around, but I snitched that before I took the picture. But this is a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and they were very good. This is this is my favorite of the deli cheeses. You can see the textures here. Again, someone's going to ask the heat from this. This was just handed to me in time of the picture, and this got softer and meltier. Fast Car does not like on sandwiches and certain foods. I don't want to say I don't like. I like better when I can taste and feel the texture of cheese, except in mac and cheese, which I like very melty. But on a sandwich, I like cheese soft, but not just an amoeba blob of goo. You either get it or you don't. I just like the texture. This is those apple things again, and he was probably standing next to me about to put the butter on it, because I don't like the butter super melty either. I like the texture of butter. So he's probably put these plates down, and then I snapped a picture, and then he put the butter on top. This is a Fast Car designed due to some legal stuff going on. I'm not going to talk about it. Some people know. This is a hybrid between an orange and a tomato. It has over twice the vitamin C of a normal orange, and people are saying, that's a grapefruit. I promise you, it's not a grapefruit. It has almost twice the vitamin C. It actually has more than twice the vitamin C of typical oranges. It's sweeter, but it actually has less sugar in it, measured by a lab, and it has less effect on blood sugar. In fact, barely any. It's super low glycemic index. It tastes better, in my opinion, than any orange you've had in your life, whether it's a mandarin, whatever variety that you're getting, in my opinion, and I've had them all. This is the best tasting orange I've ever had, with the most orangey flavor. It's also half the acid of normal oranges for people that can't handle acid. It's about half. And because it's crossed with a tomato, it gets a slightly red color. This is the color balance is correct. It doesn't taste tomatoey, but these actually yield more juice than the typical orange of the same size. But what it does get is all the nutrition, lycopene, and all of the really good stuff of a tomato is in this orange. These are super, super, super nutritious and a superfood. You I gotta legally be careful. You may see these in your store one day and be like, holy shit. And when you see the name, you'll be like, oh my God. You'll know right away. And when you see the little label, there's just a little sticker that goes on them. When you see the word fast fact, you'll be like, holy dog shit. But these are the best oranges you will ever put in your mouth. Just wonderful. Just absolutely wonderful. And this was a lot of science and trial and error to make that happen. All right, we're nearing the end. This goes by certain names. Some people call these flautas. Flauta, I think that's Mexican or Spanish. And some people call them, you white motherfuckers out there from shitty places like Dakotas or Iowa or Pennsylvania or like an Ohio and anything with a north and south. What do you motherfuckers call these? I'm sure you don't call it flautas. Taquillos. These are chicken and cheese taquillos, however many are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. This, I remember these. These were before reset. And this is sour cream on top. Probably a little more than I needed to dunk these in. But did you eat it with your hands? No, I could have. But I was gaming and didn't want to get grease and cheeses all over. So I took a fork, which is what stuck in the sour cream, or a spoon, I don't remember. And I probably just kind of eyeball cut them into thirds. And I would scoop up a third, get a little bit of the sour cream. This is fresh, very thick, and super nutritious. You should eat sour cream. I eat it on more things than people would expect. Yeah, okay. This is, I probably talked about it before, a typical salad that we have all the time. There's a couple kind of greens, big chunks of fast tomato. I've talked about that. This is the real mozzarella cheese, not that plasticky shit you get in the store. This is real, fresh. If you've ever seen videos on YouTube about a guy from Jersey or New York that makes a sandwich, you only know if your mozzarella doesn't bleed milk, it's not fresh. Send it back. How you doing? None of you motherfuckers know who that is. That's what this cheese is. There's also a shitload of artichoke hearts, baby spinach. Yeah, tomatoes, garbanzo beans. There's 1 or 2 other veggies in here. These artichoke hearts were delicious. I remember this batch and crazy tender. Just absolutely wonderful. Any protein in this one? Just from the cheese. But sometimes it's not super proteiny. Again, outside of, cheese is decent protein, but this is not a protein dish. But I would have gotten my protein already the rest of the day. I probably had something after this. This would probably be like a 6 or 7 o'clock meal for me. If I didn't get a lot of veggies and certain vitamins, minerals, various enzymes, and etc., yeah, I will request this and we'll have it. But like I said, 4 or 5 times a week, we will have a salad. Yeah, I think we're nearing the end. Here's a better close-up pictures. No, it's not grapefruit. This is the Fast Car Hybrid Tomato and Orange that I spoke about. And this is absolutely to die for. If you were blindfolded and popped a section... Also, when these were engineered through a lot of effort, these peel... Chef Jim cut them into slices, but you can just peel the pith, the skin right off. It's not hard. You don't need tools. You just kind of pull down and this comes right out very, very, very easily. No pits ever. No seeds ever. Like I said, low acid, and One thing that wasn't expected when these were hybrided many tries is how fragrant they are. When they're, I don't want to say closed, when they're whole, there's not an overwhelming smell or anything. The second you cut this, it smells like you sprayed 10 squirts of the best smelling sweet orange air freshener. I don't know why they're so fragrant, but it's unbelievable. Multiple it's stronger than a really bad fart. You cut these in the kitchen and 2 and 3 rooms away in a minute. You go, my God, it's the most delicious sweet orange flavor ever. I'm not sure why they're so fragrant, but my mouth is watering. These are to die for. Are you sure they don't taste like tomato? I promise you, if you were blindfolded and I popped a little segment in your mouth, you would do backflips. Now, I have to put somebody on blast because people like inside information, so I'm going to give it to you. There's a little person I know, an adorable little girl, allegedly, who we're going to call Fast Cat. Who plays Little Ranger I helped her with. And one day she was amazed when I told her she doesn't eat oranges correctly. But, Fast Car, how can you eat an orange wrong? Okay. When you get a navel orange, a mandarin, or similar, everyone I know or I've ever heard of, normally when these are whole, and round like a softball, will take their thumb, even if they don't have nails, and kind of push down, and it goes right into the skin, and you can peel the whole orange in 10 seconds, 5 seconds. They then rip it in half, and maybe half again, and you get half moon shaped or little pizza pie shaped slices of orange, and you pop it in your mouth. No. Not our little Fast Cat, the fucking weirdo that she is. Drives me bananas. Like a vampire, she told me that she does with oranges and grapefruits, I don't know, tomatoes, I'm not sure what else. She bites into it once like a vampire and sucks it. She slurps it and then throws it away. However, using this technique, I know this because she sent me pictures, which I may or may not have, of what she thought was empty husks. She left all of the good stuff in here, these little fibers that are very good for you, and actually probably got a quarter of the juice out. So she's paying full price and getting a quarter, maybe a tenth of the juice. All right. This is sausage pizza from our place. That is absolutely to die for. This pizza is wonderful. And I'd like to say on a personal note, there's this guy. I don't know why he's famous. He has another business. I think his name is Mark Portnoy. I could be wrong on that because I know someone else named that same name. And he does a thing called Barstool Pizza Review. I'm sure you've seen it. One bite, everybody knows the rules. The guy's kind of a jackass. And he looks, oh, look at the undercarriage and the flop. And, that guy, he's all over you. Somehow, he's oddly popular. I want to say to that asshole, here's my message. Number one, you like burnt pizza. Every pizza he likes, the bottom is black and the top is black, not brown or toasty, black. He likes his pizza crunchy. I don't know. I'm not into that. He has on many occasions said there's too much topping. There's too much cheese. So he likes a burnt, crispy top and bottom, cheeseless. He doesn't like sauce. He basically just eats burnt bread. I don't get it. This pizza is the opposite of all of that. Delicious, flavorful sauce, lots of cheese, and amazing toppings. This is very, very special sausage that is to die for. There's no hard spots or fat or gristle. I've talked about the sausage before. This pizza, my mouth is watering. This pizza is to die for. If you live in a place that's shitty, which is most places that are not the East Coast, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, maybe Philly, and you think that Papa John's pizza or Domino's or what's that other one? Pizza Hut. This is not pizza. Dude, it's good. Okay. That's not what we have here in the New York, New Jersey area. We have real Italian people Guinea pizza. Did he say Guinea? Yes, he did. This is fucking delicious. Suck it, guy who does those videos. This is another breakfast sandwich with a couple slices of meat, 2 eggs, or maybe 3. One is even falling off. Delicious cheese. This is from our place. This is the chicken wing and pork fried rice special. I think it's $10. These are fat. For those of you who don't know, there's different grades of chicken parts based on size. These are big and very meaty. Now, although there's 4, this is all 3 sections. So let's not even count this one, although these have meat. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chicken wings, and about a pint and a half of delicious pork fried rice, all for $10. This is an excellent deal from our place. Good. Oh, so good. This is macaroni and cheese with a little bit of broccoli and these slow cooked ribs all mixed together to die for. Sometimes Chef Jim surprises me with world's greatest ribs mixed in with another food, and it's fucking delicious. In fact, I had some today, and oh, it was so good. This is world's greatest ultra thick pea soup with so much ham in it. This is a superfood and way more protein than you would expect by a lot. Very, very, very healthy. None of you know what this is. None of you know what a D104 is. You don't know what a linear is. You certainly don't know what putting the blanket down on some mud ducks is. I'm not even talk about that, but I should make a video. Alright, legend. This is fried shrimp, and this is diced potatoes loaded with a 5 cheese blend and sour cream. This was definitely a nice snack. When I first talked about quite a few months ago the hybrid orange tomato that people insisted was a grapefruit, only dummies, and about 60, 75 people explained to me that all oranges are orange color and it can't be anything else. When I said there's many, not many, but several varieties of orange that are different colors from white to red to purple. And they said, no, there isn't. So I showed them a quick picture of the blood orange. This is a type of orange that most of you have maybe never seen or certainly never eaten. And they do come in different colors, and this is one of them. Fact. Yet another salad, very typical. This is the most superior shaped pasta, corkscrew, large. I don't know the number or the actual name in Italian. Is it No, it's not rollatini. Rotelli? I don't remember. And this is shrimp. Very typical of things Chef Jim makes. If we have a pasta, normally you get 90 or 95% pasta and a little bit of protein. Ours is like half and half, or even more. This is not, as you could see, this is not 1 or 2 or 3 shrimp. This is, and I've eaten a lot of this, and it was all like, this is a lot of shrimp. With our favorite type of sauce, this is really, really, really good. This is macaroni and cheese with bacon and tomato, and was very good, comforting, delicious. Oh, I know what this little spot was that I wiped up and it annoyed me. It came off the little rubbery foot of my keyboard on the bottom and just like sliding it around. I lifted it up and went, what the hell is this black mark? Did you clean it with a magic eraser? I did not. I used something that mechanics know, maybe not regular people, called Simple Green, which is a hell of a cleaner, even though it's not sexy, and it really smells good. Only gangster. I feel like Pepe from DAOC. He knows Simple Green, but probably none of you do. But anyway, it was just a quarter of a squirt and a little rag, and it came right off. This is clearly from Itzel. I don't know. This is like worms from Mexican people. I don't know what this is. Horse jizz and maybe nuts from cows or small children. I don't know what this was, but Itzel is so weird. Yet again, another boring old salad. Yet again, another salad from the day after. A little out of focus for some reason. Slow cooked world's greatest baby back ribs. There's something with this that's out of frame. I don't remember what it was, but normally it wouldn't just be a rib course. There's some kind of veggie with this, I'm quite sure. These are, oh, I'm drooling. Do you know I ate only about an hour and a half ago and I've made myself hungry again? Pizza from our place. This slid during transport. I have nibbled some. Super good. This is a fish sandwich from our place that I probably spoke about in the beginning on a Portuguese roll. This is not a circle bun. This is a oval. Yeah, I'd taken a couple bites. This extended out a while. It's cut in half. This is kind of deceptive. This is not like a prepared um, fish nugget. This is jaggedy. You can't really tell from this picture, but this is a real fillet that was hand battered. Multiple tomato because I like tomatoes a lot. Lettuce, tartar. It's kind of an odd picture, but this is delicious. People love this. So, fish lunch. This is ultra buttery, cheesy chicken Alfredo that, oh, you either know or you don't know. But when it's made right, oh my. What kind of pasta? Angel hair. Capellini, is it? I don't remember the number. So good, this batch. I had eaten over half of this already. This was a big mound. This, unfortunately, this is a very big, wide picture, and I don't want to readjust the screen. This is not mine. This was homemade by Calvin Sea Sniffer. Some people know him as Thornton from Guild Wars. He's my friend. He's an excellent dad and a hard worker. His wife her name is Miss Bum Bum, and he's a rare good dad, solid guy. I wish we had more like him. Don't tell him I said any of this. He is an excellent cook. He sends pictures a lot, and his two adorable dogs that are fantastic. And he makes a wide range, although a lot of German food, which is cool with me. I forget the exact name of this right now, but he's a great guy that makes great food. His wife is very lucky to have him. Although she doesn't do anything, he massages her feet, he rubs lotion on her bum bum, and he's basically her simp bitch. But he makes delicious looking food. He's a grill master. He even has a secret alien grill in his smoker. Shout out to Calvin. I don't think he'll see this because I don't know if she allows him to watch videos anymore. He's really like on the choke chain. But should somebody clip this out, shout out to Calvin. This, I think, this is a little bit old. Is a steak smothered in onions. Probably Kobe. I don't remember. And we have some pasta with shrimp to go with it. This was delicious. This was an out of focus, little. This was part of a snack. This was a while ago, but I still remember. Something was with this that I don't remember, and there was some fried shrimp with cocktail sauce. Just found out what was with it. Some of the ribs that just fell off the bone during transport. Um, Again, these are so tender. Unless you've been to like a Bobby rib, nah, I shouldn't say that. There's some chain restaurants that can make ribs that are tender. Not too many on the up north or west, but there are some. These are as tender as you can possibly have a rib. There's no fat on them. There's no silver skin or membrane. It's just pure mouth-watering, soft, perfectly seasoned meat that's to die for. When I was in the hospital for 3 months, for those of you that know about that, I had a nurse for a little while that when I came back to the lab would take care of me, not take care of me, but she would check on me to make sure nothing weird happened. And as a gift, as I know she liked dark chocolate and truffles and ganache a lot, I saw these. They weren't cheap. Not that it matters to me because I got the kind of cash and getting a $20 or $30 bag of candy. I'm going to say something that I promised I would keep quiet. There's a comedian. I'm not going to say his name. He was canceled for a while. He stole one of my jokes and even a catchphrase that Fast Car's been saying for a long time. But the amount of money this caused didn't make a dent in my bank account. Didn't make a dent. Maybe some of you know the guy I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. That's a fact. A typical salad that we have all the time. Oh God, if I talk about this, I'm going to have it. Oh my God. This is, and believe me when I tell you this, I've been to every state, many countries, about 50. This is the best chicken marsala on this planet. Whatever you've had with runny, gross gravy, and it's probably not real marsala. This is literally, you would chop your arm off to be able to taste this. The richness of that sauce with real expensive marsala, it is from 1 to 10, this is a 6 million. A lot of people put this over pasta, some even rice, or you eat it plain, to die for, period. Here's another view of it. It doesn't look special. Oh, Lord. Oh, so tender. So unbelievably good. This is a salad. I've eaten probably half or three quarters. I had mentioned about some tenders that I eat fairly often. This is the nuggy version. This is not breading. This is that chickpea coating. This is very low carbs. This is real breast. No, there's three ingredients, which is like salt, a small amount, chickpeas, and real chicken breast, organic, grass fed, no steroids, no hormones, really good, just for a protein boost. This one happened to have cheddar cheese chunks. This is disgusting, gross itzel again. I don't know what the fuck. This is called like Mexican toilet bowl soup. I don't know, disgusting third world rainwater from a ditch and some chicken bones and a dead cat, maybe eye of newt and mandrake root. I don't know if this is a potion or you soak your feet in it. Itzel, you're disgusting. I hope President Fork is watching this. This is also from Itzel. This is like a pulled pork. I don't remember what the story was. Maybe she had a party or something, because this is a lot of food. She's, well, used to be a skinny little thing, and her husband's a small guy. He's in shape. And did they have the baby? Yeah, they had the baby at this point. I don't know they must have had a party, because this is a fuck ton of meat. I don't remember. For once, you're not a disgusting, gross Mexican bleh. It's all. This probably was tasty. I would eat this. If I come over, I think I want this. Carter. Carnitas? Am I saying that right? Is that what you called it? I don't know. Pulled pork? I don't remember this one for some reason. Don't know why. This was. No, I was going to say taco, but that's not the right word. Quesadilla. I always thought quesadillas were open, flat, like a circular, like a pizza. But what the fuck do I know? This is very similar to a taco. It has the soft shell. It wasn't crispy, or it was lightly crisp, but a little soft. And there's chicken, cheese, what do they call it? Southwestern flavors, spices. I don't know why it's not a taco, but I'm pretty sure they were called quesadillas. This is my favorite sour cream. Typical salad, some purple in there, cabbage, the usual. Ribs again, delicious. I can tell by the plate that this is from Itzel. Plus, it looks like human brain or monkey brain. I don't know what any. Listen, Itzel is so weird. For someone that doesn't like anything, she eats the strangest. What is this? I think it's monkey brain. Oh, Itzel, you eat monkey brain. Ugh. No, I like her a lot. She's cool. I like her husband. He's the second coolest guy on the game, and he doesn't ever play. He's fun and witty. He has a character named Doo-Doo, and Spoopy and Skelly Bones, and I don't know why he doesn't play more. I wish he did. He's a cool, normal white dude, married to a crazy Mexican chick. And she is crazy. But I like the couple a lot, and I hope they always stay together. She won the lottery with him, and is lucky that I never made a call to ICE about her ass. Let's just say that. What was this one that he made? I remember the rice with like ground up broccoli florets, and it was, there was a special name for the rice, but it was very tender and fluffy. It was unusually good rice. What was on this chicken? I think it was a light honey mustard that was to die for, with these two big tenderized pounded, no, he didn't call them breasts, tenderloins, but like naked looking. I just remember it being really delicious. Typical salad again. I told you I eat this all the time. This one had shrimps in it, or as urban people say, scrimp, yo. Another salad. Occasionally it'll be two in a day with scrimps, yo. Yet another salad with eggs, cheese, scrimp, yo, and I believe this had crab also. This is pea soup with ham, homemade, about 12 hours. It sat in the refrigerator overnight, and it got thick. Right now, my mother's laughing up in heaven and turning over in her grave and would say, David, water that soup. It's too thick. I like it this way. I find it great. This is, if I turn the spoon upside down, it may not fall off. That's how thick we're talking. But I like that texture in split pea soup with ham. This, you can see, like, I pulled this out, and this is not falling down into the hole. This is thick. Some people may not like it. I love it, so suck it. This is pizza from our pizza place, loaded with toppings. The Barstool One Bite Challenge guy would hate this because it's delicious. You get what you pay for when you get a pizza from our place. If you've ever gotten toppings and be like, damn, they charge me whatever, $2 or $3 for 3 pieces of sausage, pepperoni, you get fucking loaded from ours. And this only is like this because when they brought it here, it slid down because it was hot. Yeah, normally it goes all the way up. And this is not even as crazy as it gets. We even tell them to be a little bit more mellow with the... Yeah, okay. This is a very unflattering picture. For those that know what perspective means, this is the huge fast burger that's 9 to 10 ounces after cooked. This is a huge burger that has at least 2 giant tomato pieces, a lot of lettuce, onion, but I don't like onion in mine, and there's some homemade mayo on it. You can't really see the thickness. This is a big burger. Like I said, to get the equivalent amount of meat, you'd have to get like a triple Whopper or a Wendy's triple, almost a quadruple maybe, to equal this amount of meat. This is not a great picture, but this is a huge burger, and this is $7.99. And you get a fries with it. Anywhere else, and this is much higher quality meat than any fast food. They're not even in the same realm. They're not even close. If you went to, in a city, or most mom and pop places, and got a burger this big, with ripe tomatoes and lettuce and all of this, you're spending $12 to $16 for this burger. Our place is a really good value. This was a snack probably at reset of, I think this was navel oranges, if I'm not mistaken. This is probably a Sunday breakfast, scrambled eggs with diced potatoes, and these look like store-bought, I don't even know what you would call it, breakfast sausage? I don't know. This was tasty and gave me what I needed before the gym. I don't exactly remember this, but this is clearly a salad. I see 5 cheese blend, whole tomatoes cut, celery, cucumber, yeah, beans. But then this one has more beans. I think this one was ranch dressing salad, and this one there was a little bit more stuff made, and I think this bowl had what's called robusto dressing, which, if I'm not mistaken, is like an Italian question mark? Many jumps. Yeah, in fact. This is from our place. This is an egg roll. I had eaten about half of this probably already. Yeah, from the look of it. This is, what do we call this? Sesame chicken. This is chicken breasts with some kind of sauce they put on it. It comes with usually a couple, but yeah, I've eaten half. And an egg roll, and it's $9.99. Yeah, you get about double this. It's also an excellent deal. Everything we have is a good deal. This is a protein bar, which I normally wouldn't eat, but it was a spectacular price, and I just wanted to try them. This is not my picture. I'm not sure if this is Calvin or Itzel, but it's meat the way I like it cooked and some veggies. I don't like bloody fucking meat. I am getting hungry again. I think I'm going to end this soon and be done and send it to YouTube. This looks to be some kind of steak smothered in onions. This is a baked potato with 5 cheese blend, loaded, if you will, with some sour cream. Yeah, my mouth is watering. Another salad, heavy on the green, but there's other stuff, cabbage, and there's peppers in here, and olives and other beans, other stuff, tomato, carrot. Yeah, I do remember this. I had two bowls. The first one uh, had a bunch of mozzarella cheese and conventional lettuce, and there's other stuff under it. In other words, that there's a canopy, a topping of lettuce. Yeah, so this is it's just kind of, you can't see it. Oh, this cheese, if you tasted this, you would never want any other mozzarella the rest of your life. You would want to eat this as a snack, and you want to eat it all the time with various meals. It's so good. This is Polish Day, very soft, very tender, several hour cooked kielbasa with like a chunky stone ground um, mustard. This is not yellow white people French's mustard. This is like a German style hearty, tastes like mustard. This is um, baker's cheese and potato pierogies, probably with fried onions and or garlic and sour cream. Oh, my mouth is watering again. I think this is Calvin Sea Sniffer. I'm pretty sure in his new house. Some kind of steak going on. Yet again, another salad. Oatmeal cinnamon raisin cookie as a little treat, and a dark chocolate chunk cookie, both very soft. Ribs that I've talked about before, just a perfect 10. Wow, I can't believe how hungry I am again. I'm going to eat shortly. Oh, this is old bucket of gross fucking soup itzel again. I don't know. This could be goat chuck. This could be, I don't know, ground up Mexican people. It could be feet. I don't know what it is. For someone that doesn't like anything, she eats the most bizarre. This is shit you would see on Fear Factor. None of you ever saw that show. Even Chappelle did a skit. We want you to eat bugs, human intestines, monkey brains, fish nuts for $500. I don't know. Mexicans, I don't know what's up with your cuisine. This has definitely got stomach in it. Oh, it'll drive me bananas. This picture is for Fast Cat. You can pause. I know you love this one. This picture is very wide, and I'm not going to stretch this out. This is Canadian bacon, egg, and cheese butter croissant. A little out of focus. There was three of them, and they were fucking good. Really good. This is old, and oh man, I remember how good these were. Really getting hungry. Yet again, this is fantastic, fresh, juicy shrimp with corkscrew pasta. Typical red Italian sauce. Really good. This is a better shot of a fast burger. You still can't, like, tell how big this is, but I assure you, it's so fucking big. Even for me, when I eat one with the tomatoes and lettuce, I know that I've eaten something. Most people, and yeah, there's some men and there's some hogs out there. I would say maybe not 90, 80% of people that get these can't finish it. Especially if they eat some of the fries, they want a doggy bag or whatever to bring it home. About 80% can't finish. And probably half of the people only get about half of it down. They're like, man, this thing is big. Yeah, $8 with fries, double cheese. It's crazy what a deal the fast burger is. And if you know the secret code, you get 20% off. This is from our place too. This is the sesame chicken with rice. And the shrimp are all delicious. Oh God, the world's greatest chicken marsala again. Oh, people, if you had this, your life would change. You just sounded like Chewy? Who's Chewy? Okay, we're gonna... Oh, Chewbacca. Did I sound like... I did not sound like Chewbacca. Fast Cat, if you see this, if you got this far into the vid and I sounded like Chewbacca, send me a giggle cat. This is tomatoes, olives, and a shitload of the world's greatest white cheese, mozzarella. I probably asked for this specifically for whatever reason. My body wanted olives, super ripe tomatoes, and the best mozzarella ever, or mutz. From our place, a small cheesesteak. This is typical sirloin slice. I'm pretty sure this one was Gouda cheese, toasted bread. This was delicious, very meaty, and as always, an excellent price. This is from Itzel. She went to Costco and messaged me, fast car. I got Costco pre-made street tacos. She said they were good. I remember this. This is Itzel, who was trying to diet, who was living on the worst food and alcohol and shit ever, trying to get back in shape after her baby. She showed me the nutrition from these, I don't know, Chinese-y, whatever I don't know, Bigfoot stuffed. I don't know what the fuck this is, but she took a picture for me. Another angle of the fast burger, another weird angle that I'd eaten some of in the back, which you can't see because of the way I turned it. I was like, oh fuck, gotta take the picture. And I had eaten some of the tomato and lettuce. So good. Oh man. Like I said, this is a different beef we get from this ranch in Texas. No steroids, no hormones, no antibiotic, grass fed, free range. This is next level beef. This is better than any probably hamburger you've ever had. People that watch my streams see me munching on yogurt, sometimes with no sugar, dark chocolate chunks. This is the exact yogurt I eat, which is no carbs, high protein. The reason I put these chips in is they taste good, but there is tremendous medical benefits to dark chocolate. Not milk chocolate. They're a very different thing. I'm not going to go into it again. I have before. When you break 60% cacao, in other words, when you're 60 or more, there is profound medical benefits, including some for men, boys. And I like the taste, but I normally eat two or three. This is good stuff, but that's the exact one I eat. People, I don't know why people care, but that's the one. Of course, my favorite corkscrew pasta, scrimps, and Alfredo sauce. A more pulled away picture of it. A lot of shrimp in here. I probably ate half of this already. This was a big bowl. This is old, and I remember eating this. This is some kind of steak from the ranch, smothered in onions. This is, people don't call it avocado. Guacamole, there's some spices in here, a little tomato. It's not super hot. I don't think it's barely hot. Just the short version. Potato with butter and some mixed fresh, right from the garden veggies. Very ripe, very fresh, delicious. This is a pizza from our place. Like I told you, we are not cheap with our toppings. The asshole from YouTube would hate this. It's got flop, it's got flavor and cheese. Look, there's too many toppings. Suck it. This is how we like pizza. Yes. I blew this up so it's a little blurry. That's 100% man right there, and it looks like he'll be right back. That's a fact. Yeah, there's a reason. It was a Chinese drone. Yes, and it was supposed to be a 1080 camera on it, but it was a 4 whatever. What's that? 480p, and it wasn't good resolution, and when I blew it up to make it bigger, it got grainy. Yeah. After that, I got real drones. That was me when I was doing a contest. I forget what it was called. It wasn't a bodybuilding or powerlifting. It was like a sexy man on the beach. You can't really see from here, but I'm really sliced up here. I have a full 8-pack Christmas tree on my back, complete separation. Even my glutes were styrated. I had the I have what some women call fuck gutters. Yeah, big traps. That's the least I've weighed in a long time. And I was actually running. In fact, when I did this, I went back to visit. I had some business near there, my old high school, where, of course, I wrestled in football and track and soccer. And they were actually running track. I had not specifically run. Some of you know I was in the Olympics, in a long time, and I was way too big. But as my weight was down, I was feeling good. No training, no stretching. I hadn't practiced, I mean, in forever. And I went on the field and I ran cold, oh, like a 59-second 400 in close at my, height and still big here. And they were just shocked, like, who's this big white, blonde, blue German motherfucker that looks like the guy from Rocky? None of you know what I'm talking about. There was a big Jack blonde guy, and was it 3 or 5? There's so many. None of you know what I'm talking about. You bitches never saw Rocky. But anyway, that's what that's from. What vehicle? This is called a Cyclone, which was the fastest vehicle in the world, quickest. Uh, for many years, it was basically a Grand National with a better motor and all-wheel drive and some other upgrades. It was on the cover of all magazines. How is a General Motors truck faster than Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvettes, Camaros, Mustangs? Blew everything out of the water. If you just Google GMC Cyclone, it was crazy in its time. Much like the Grand National GNX, it was underrated. I forget what the listed horsepower was, but it made about 100 more than was listed. It was crazy fast. It would be the equivalent today of like a Dodge Demon 170 in its yeah. Um, but what they didn't tell you is for free you got like another 50 horse, and for about $300 another 100. And it was on the street. There just nothing was close to how fast this thing was. It was so unbelievably fast that hot rods of all sorts with thousands of dollars of modification, supercars, 1,100 motorcycles, I wouldn't just race them and give them, we would call it the break, or the jump, I don't know what they call it now. They have different terms. I would give them a head start, sometimes as much as 5 or even 10 car lengths. We would race a quarter mile, and I would give them 5 or 8 seconds lead, and I would still catch up and win before we got to the end. It was stupid fast. Yeah, I had a couple, and an even more rare one that's not in any magazines. This is not about cars, but I had a one-of-a-kind concept car, which was a two-wheel drive lightweight version, and this was a Ready Light, but with that same motor in it, and that one was crazy. It had gigantic Corvette wheels and tires on the back and in the front, but it was rear-wheel drive. It made so much power that if I was cruising at, I mean, even 65 and floored it, the turbo would hit, it would spin and get sideways. And I don't mean chirp, I mean, bah! just smoking the tires till 105, 110, and they were wide. They were like 315s. Not one girl watching this knows what the fuck any of that meant. I've skipped quite a few because I'm getting tired of making this vid. This is some kind of steak product from the ranch, onions, multiple cheeses on a potato with sour cream, shrimp Alfredo. This was some chili. There was about a half a serving left, and we had a half a serving of leftover corkscrew pasta from some get together or something. And I just told Chef, just throw it all together, throw some cheddar cheese on it and sour cream. So whatever that is, chili mac and cheese cream? Question mark? Many chomps. Yeah, a couple of Granny Smith apples, delicious. Oh God, because I paused, it won't let me resize or move this window. Oh, I will try one thing in a second. This is the blueberries you want, not any other bag, this exact bag. This is the ones that I rave about that are a different species of blueberry, and they are better than probably any fruit you've ever had, certainly blueberry. They are plump and juicy and mind-blowingly sweet. They're not tart, they're not hard, they don't look like little dumb raisins. They're to die for. I'm going to end on this, but I'm going to see if I can move this 1 second. Hopefully this worked and then fuck my whole video up. This is the one. Don't say you got the dried ones, there was another bag or a box. This is the exact one you want. And I guarantee, you don't know who talks like that, these are the best blueberries you ever had in your life. All right, 1 or 2 questions. This is probably 2 hours long. I finished all my paperwork and shit I had to do while making this. Anything exciting? No, I eat a lot of boring stuff to most people, but I really don't show that. Although, I don't know, salads or... I only show the salads because I've done quite a few of these videos and people are like, do you eat any vegetables or fruit? Not knowing that fruit, almost all of it is bad for you except kind of blueberries and apples. But I would get that a lot. You eat nothing green because they don't know anything about nutrition. They don't know about carnivore diet. But just because people blab and blab about it, or the vegetarians, I'd like to see a salad or a tomato or whatever. So I put that in for their benefit. But this is the listen, one more time. I don't work for Big Blueberry. I don't get a cut or a kickback from Costco, Kirkland. It doesn't matter how many blueberries you've had in your life. One more time. It doesn't matter if you go to Wegmans or the expensive, snooty, wannabe health food store. They have good blueberries. They are not this. This is different. This is a different species in the same way that there's different oranges and some of them are a little bit different. These are the best blueberries you will ever have in your life. I would take these over most cakes, pies, pastries, muffins, other fruits. They are to die for. And without a nutrition lesson, which this is not about, this is a superfood. This is a top 10 fast car superfood for quite a few reasons. There are nutrients in blueberries. You won't read this in too many places. I'm talking at the phyto level that you can't get from anything else, and the human body wants them, needs them, and craves them. These are this is better than most ice cream, and I am far from a vegan. I am a meat eater. I'm not a vegetarian or a fruitarian. I do know a fruitarian, or he was. I knew a guy who's brilliant. He's the owner of Thodio, THODIO.com, radios, the inventor, builder, creator. He's a friend of mine, Thomas Spans. If you want one, tell them you know Fast Car and you might get a discount. You probably will. Anyway, at one point, quick insider story, Thomas, who is a vegan vegetarian, drinks a lot of juice, or he used to, I think he still does. He decided that he was going to go on the banana diet like monkeys. And for a period of time, and I don't mean a day or two, he ate fucking bananas. Like, I never seen so many bananas. I don't know how many he was eating. He was continuously munching bananas. 20 a day, 40. If you email him or call him, ask him, say, hey, I'm friends with Fast Car, and at one point he said you were on a banana diet. How many were you eating? It was a lot. He's gone in some other, I'm making quotey fingers, cleansing phases. Shout out to Thomas Pence. He's a great guy, smart. I'd like to say hardworking, but, well, I don't know if that's accurate. But he makes the best radios on the planet. Thodio is amazing. I have a couple. Anyway, we were doing one more, if it's interesting. Are those blueberries marinated in sugar? That's why you're rating. No. Again, this is a different species that's bigger, plumper, juicier, and they're just sweeter. But the odd part is they don't raise your glycemic index very much like you would. They're sweet like they sat in a bowl of sugar, or there's sugar in them, like somebody baked sugar inside each blueberry or injected them. They're so good. And if you say, oh, I've had a million frozen blueberries, Itzel says this, I don't like them. This is not that, I promise you. When you will be shocked. I don't care how many blueberries you've had or where you've gotten them from. When you eat these, I don't like, some people like them partially frozen and like really cold. I don't. I can eat them warm, but I like them just kind of room temperature or slightly cold, but not crunchy. But if you eat these at room temperature or close to it, or a little warm, you'll be shocked because your brain has a memory of, oh, I know what a blueberry tastes like, and as soon as you bite down you go, oh, this is a different thing. This looks kind of familiar but a little bigger and plumper, but man, I've never had one that tasted like this. And it's a superfood. Now, by all means, you could bake this in a muffin or a blueberry pie or whatever the fuck. I just eat them, I was going to say raw, plain by itself. But whatever the fuck. Yeah, I know people that put it in yogurt or cottage cheese 100%, and it'll make it delicious. Fuck, if you put these in cottage cheese, whole fat, hopefully, if you're smart, large kernel or curds, there's a reason you want to do that. You have a hell of a snack or a meal because cottage cheese is extremely protein. Yes, and it has good fats and a whole host of other things. You should eat cottage cheese. Now you're getting fiber and all of the wonderful superfood of blueberries. It almost makes it like blueberry cheesecake. As the same thing for Greek yogurt. Get a plain or a vanilla one, and you put these in, and you have a very serious snack or meal replacement that tastes better than most desserts. Really, I know I'm raving, but these are all of that. They're wonderful. All right, what did I say? One more, or are we done? This has got to be 2 hours at this point. Are you really hungry again? It's only been like 2. Yes. I really am. Keep in mind, I didn't eat till I was full. Although for a normal person, would be considered a lot of food what I had to eat. I hear Chef Jim coming, ladies and gentlemen. Chef Jim, the very famous, is coming around the corner. I'm going to give you guys. Hey, Jim, you got a second? What's the password of the day to get to the war room? Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. What's the password?
I shit my pants twice today.
So the autocannons and the flamethrowers and the machine guns don't start firing. If you don't say that, you get blasted coming to the war room. Ooh, what's that you're working on?
There's some cat pictures, real ones. That's Brewster.
Cat picture? Oh.
From my
God.
wife passed.
And you know that this... And what'd you have, 53 cats?
Yeah.
And you remember this one's name?
Yeah.
Here's a black one. Do you know his name?
Let me see which one it is. Wait,
You'll know one from another?
Yeah, that was Sheba.
Oh, my God.
Well, that's Morgan, my dog.
That's not Max.
That's Morgan.
You had another one.
Yeah, she was beautiful.
That's a good look. Is that a lab?
Yeah, she's a British, long-haired
Oh.
lab.
Oh, she's cute. That's an adorable dog.
Yeah, she was.
That's... Oh.
Had a nice profile.
Is that her at a different time?
Yeah, that's her, yeah.
That's adorable. Nice little doggy. Oh, look at the smile. She's cute.
Oh, yeah, she definitely smiled.
Yeah, she's adorable. Oh my God, too much cats. I'm looking at pictures, people. I'm making the vid right now. This is interesting. Man, this one's like a
leopard almost.
Leopard.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They do. This one actually had 6 paws. So that means instead of 5, like normal, he had an extra one.
Paws?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You mean feet or toes?
His toes.
He
had 6 toes, yeah. And there was Brewster. We were playing with him with the crab legs. He loved it. Yeah. And they were sneaking. They always like to play on the
Yeah,
floor.
I've seen cats do that. Where
They
one
love
puts.
that.
Yeah. Man, that dog was cute.
All
right, people, I'm going to end the vid. You've gotten over 2 hours here. All right, legend.